Students, today we will discuss the chromosomal theory of inheritance. Chromosomal theory of inheritance is proposed by Sutton and Boveri. When the Mendel explained the laws of inheritance, he used the term factors, and now we use the term alleles, that are the two different forms of a gene. At the time of Mendel's work, he didn't know about the nucleus, chromosomes and genes, but as the microscopy developed, we know about the chromosome. So Sutton used the chromosome movement for the explanation of inheritance. As you know, the chromosome movement during the meiosis, here is a diagram. In this diagram, here I have drawn 4 chromosomes or 2 pairs of homologous chromosome. To make them identified, I drawn one pair longer. As they are homologous, they have equal amount of genes at same loci. 2 are the small, again to represent the homologous pair that may carry the different forms of alleles or factors, we use 2 different color. Same in the second pair of chromosome. So this bigger blue and green is first pair of homologous chromosome. Blue and green is small in size, it is the second pair of homologous chromosome. These pair of chromosome, you can recall your concept of meiosis of your 11th standard. It is the phases of meiosis. Then these chromosomes condensed and make the sister chromatids I have drawn in this diagram, and after that there are 2 probability may take place. One probability during the meiosis first, that this is the arrangement of homologous chromosome. We can show that I have drawn the longer and smaller blue at one side. But there is a condition in the meiosis first that chromosome align in pair, but one pair may flip. It can arrange like this also, that with the bigger blue there may be the smaller green. So these 2 probability may occur during the meiosis first. Now in this case, these homologous chromosome will separate from each other. It is a reduction division. This can be drawn by this diagram. It will be separate, the 2 cells will be formed, one cell having these chromosome, one longer, one shorter, blue color. Second cell, one longer, one shorter, but green in color. In the second probability, same, the division of the cell will occur and we have such kind of combination. Now the meiotic second will take place. At the time of meiotic second division, here the chromosome arrange in a single line and there is separation of its sister chromatids. So in this way, from this single cell we have these 2 gametes will form. From this arrangement we will have these 2 type of cells. Okay, and in this probability it can be shown by like this. At the last you can observe the combinations of chromosome here with longer blue, smaller blue, in this case longer green with smaller green. But in this probability, the second probability, with the longer blue we have a small green, and with the longer green we have a small blue one. So we are getting 4 types of gamete after the meiotic division, and this type of gamete is due to the segregation of chromosome. So here Sutton and Boveri explain that the explanation given by the Mendel that there are 2 factors for any character. These 2 factors are the 2 different forms of the genes which are present on homologous chromosomes. Then the segregation, they occur in pair, factors in pair, and homologous also occur in pair. Then he explained the segregation of factor at the time of gamete, and you can see that segregation of homologous chromosome result in 4 different types of gamete. So Sutton and Boveri argued that the segregation of homologous chromosome would lead to the segregation of factors present on these homologous chromosome. And what they did, they unite the knowledge of chromosome movement during meiotic division with the inheritance and propose the chromosomal theory of inheritance. For this, to explain it more, I have taken the example of dihybrid cross, capital R, capital Y, small r, small y, small y. So here will be the gamete and this will be the F1 generation, capital R, capital Y, small y. If I have to show it with the chromosome, that these are the different forms of genes present on the same homologous chromosome, I use for the capital R longer blue, small r with longer green, because they are homologous chromosome. Same for the Y1, small capital Y, to represent it I use a smaller blue one, and for small y I use a smaller green one. So these are the factors which present on these homologous chromosome. Again come to this diagram, this is this condition, hybrid. Okay, now in Mendel's inheritance we made here the gametes from this hybrid, then we used to make these 4 types of gamete. And by their random fertilization we get the ratio of 9:3:3:1, and by this dihybrid cross Mendel explained the law of independent assortment, that assortment of one pair of character is independent to another one, and this is due to the independent assortment or independent segregation of these homologous chromosome, as I have shown in this diagram. How? Again you can draw the same symbol, like for capital R I can bigger one, for capital Y the smaller one, capital R again bigger one, for the smaller y that is smaller one, for the smaller r the small, this is small r capital Y, this will be the chromosome, and for small r small y this will be the combination of chromosome. So we have this combination, different probability of gamete, and same I explained you by the movement of chromosome, taking these 2 different probability of arrangement of chromosome, and we having the gametes having these combination of chromosome. Here 1, it is similar to this one, capital R capital Y. This 2 number is similar to this one, is small r small y. This another 3 number is similar to this one, capital R small y, and this 4th number is similar to small r capital Y. In this way, by the movement of chromosome, Sutton and Boveri explained the segregation of factors at the time of gamete formation. It is due to the separation of chromosome at the time of gamete formation. And 3rd law, that is law of independent assortment, where he prepared the probability of different types of gamete, that the factors for the 2 different characters segregate independent to each other. That can be explained by the separation of homologous pairs of chromosome independent to each other, as these are the 2 probability, and we are getting 4 types of different gametes. So this is the chromosomal theory of inheritance. Thank you.